Hi everyone, welcome to my Space to Craft. This is Allison coming at you with a scrapbook layout process featuring some portraits. These happen to be Christmas portraits. The nice thing is I think I had one that was a 5x7 and the others are smaller, so really this could work with any type of pictures, not just portrait pictures. So I'm working with Jingle All the Way, an Echo Park paper kit. I had already used a little bit of paper from this, so I want to start with the scraps that I had in there. The reason I picked this paper kit to work with on these photos is because of that black and white plaid. I really liked that, and it matched the black and white check in my daughter's skirt in these photos, so I thought it would be perfect. And here I'm just trying to figure out what I want. I have too many pictures for a single layout, so it's going to be a double page layout, and I'm looking at some of the cut aparts that I want to use on it. So that Believe in the Magic of Christmas is on there, and then that ornament featuring that black and white check also, and then some cut aparts. You can see I've already cut one item out of this paper, and then a really nice red with snowflakes on the back side, and a really nice berry paper. So just trying to select. So you're seeing the process. I had just pulled this whole paper kit in for these pictures, and that's all the pre-work that I really did is pulling all related embellishments and things like that. So just going through what's already been cut up and what I think I can use on these pages. That plaid is really cute too. This is sped up 2 times. I was doing this at my scrapbooking retreat, and that's the reason I'm needing to do a voiceover, is because there was a lot of noise and activity going on in the background. So I've decided to use this dark green for one side and this beautiful wood grain on the other side. I will work to pull those 2 colors across from each other, but I'm going to treat it more as 2 coordinating single pages rather than a 2-page layout. I really didn't want to paper piece these papers together and be too obvious, making it a 2-page layout. So here I'll come back at the end and you'll see how I used a number of those embellishments on the page. So now to lay out what pictures go where. I really wanted to use this poinsettia paper, and you'll see, but it's just it's a square, and so it wasn't really wide enough for me to cut it into smaller pieces and use on the pages. So I'm picking the red background for the green paper, and then this other this Christmas tree background for the other paper. And then just figuring out what will coordinate, how we can make those look somewhat cohesive. So just deciding on my basic layout, and it does change quite a bit as we go through it. And I'll end up matting these pictures. And then I think that's a little too bold, a little too much to create a square on the other page. So there's lots of hemming and hawing for me at this stage, trying to determine a layout. I've decided that my challenge for myself this year is going to be to work with more sketches. Scrapbook layout sketches, because I think that will help me scrap faster, because I spend so much time trying to determine a layout for myself, and you know, originating. So I'm gonna cut here in a moment and you're gonna see what I ended up with. There's lots of cutting and matting that occurs. And I moved that green paper over to the other side, but I matted it with the holly, I'll call it holly berry paper. It wasn't really holly leaves, but some berry paper to make it stand out a little better. And here I'm inking some of the embellishments and all the papers that I used. So that was to pull in the wood grain from both sides. So pretty happy with that. And then I matted the photos with white so they would stand out. Happy with that. And then on the other side I did a similar thing. I used the red paper and matted, but I used the holly paper to mat one of the photos to pull that in on both sides. And you can see I'm using that as sort of a place for the grid of photos to live, so that it's similar but not exactly the same as the first page, the facing page. And then I'll be ready to start on some clusters. So this is a green plaid. It's the same color as the other side, but I pulled that over to bring the green onto the other page, since I didn't have a lot of other that dark green paper to work with. Pretty happy with that. So if you like my style of scrapbook layout, and please consider subscribing. It is free to subscribe. Push the like button. That will help spread my page around and help people find it. I'm interested in growing this channel. I'm posting every few days. I'm able to post a video. And a variety. Sometimes it's a haul, sometimes it's a layout share, sometimes it's a layout process video, or other crafts, tags, cards, other things. So here I've got a bunch of embellishments that I'm now placing down onto both pages, trying to figure out where they go best and tying in both pages together. And then remembering to ink them. And I was using my Distress Oxide Black Soot ink on this, and that's because of the black in her dress and just to tie the pictures together. That is a wood grain from the sticker sheet, a little wood grain snowflake, which I thought was cute. And then bringing that plaid onto the other page. I thought was really cute. I do use a number of different ornaments. There are some puffy sticker ornaments that I use, some sticker ornaments. As you can see, that other sticker ornament going down. Good thing I use repositionable tape. I am an engineer, so things do usually have to be lined up. They're either intentionally crooked, or if they're going to be straight, they need to be really straight. I do use a T-square ruler. That's a recent tool that I've started using some. And here I'm trying to use more little words. I hadn't really done that as much in the past, so I'm trying to add more embellishments and more layers and clusters. I used to, spread everything out on a page, and I'm really trying to work on the 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 more modern style of scrapbooking where things are clustered. So here's some puffy stickers that I'm deciding to use, and that's the same lantern as is up on that cut apart up in the corner. So again, trying to tie the two pages together, and that's a wood grain snowflake that I found. And I think that I also have these tiny little banner embellishments that I'm going to end up putting on both pages to use up some of these puffy stickers. I really liked them. These are just some sprinkling embellishments, some tiny puffy circles. So this is really the final stages of the page where I'm just embellishing, and it goes on for a while because I'm trying to get lots of stuff onto the page. Again, trying to exercise my need. And I do happen to have 2 sheets of these puffy stickers. So time to use some up. I really liked those little banner embellishments. So here they come, and I'm going to try and decide what I'm going to do with them. And I put a couple of up in this corner, in the far right corner of that embellishment area. So a little trio of those. And then I decide that I should put a trio over here on the wood grain cut apart. So as I finish up this page, this was one of, I think I got 21 different pages done during this scrapbook retreat, and there is a layout share from that retreat of all of those pages. So feel free to go look in the layout share playlist on my channel, and you can see those, all the other pages. And then I have 2 or 3 more process layout videos to edit and get posted from this retreat. So I didn't do a big title on this because I felt like the embellishments, the season's greetings, and the believe in the magic of Christmas were sufficient for the titles. And since these are just our Christmas portraits, I felt I didn't necessarily need to journal. We did do these at, I think it was called Portrait Innovations, and when you went there, you got 2 different outfits and lots of different poses. And so we did that for several years, and so we do it after her birthday in September. And so it would be her birthday portraits and her Christmas portraits for that year. The problem is they took, they would take 300 pictures, and then you'd look at probably 80 good ones, and there would be so many. So here's some close-ups. I've got to remember to do these close-ups of my pages. So I'm really pleased with the way these came out. Some great photos of my daughter and a nice Christmas set pair of pages. So thanks for watching.